City lights after midnight stretch along the empty road. Windows glowing half awake, stories nobody told. Taxis humming low and slow, tires singing to the rain. Every sound feels softened now, nothing rushing, nothing loud. The clock moves quietly, like it doesn't wanna be heard. Time leans back against the wall, listening to every word. City lights after midnight feel like they're breathing too. Every corner holds a moment, waiting just to pass on through. City lights after midnight, never asking where you've been. They just stay on through the darkness till the morning settles in. Coffee cups and tired eyes, neon spills across the floor. Someone laughs behind the glass, someone closes up a door. Footsteps echo, then they fade down a street I almost know. Winter air feels clear and calm, like it's learned to move in slow. No announcements, no alarms, just a steady, quiet pace. Even thoughts begin to soften, losing all their sharpest edges. City lights after midnight trace a rhythm in my head. Every shadow moves in time to the things we never said. City lights after midnight hold the night together tight till the streets forget the dark and learn the shape of morning light. Let the night stay unfinished. Let it stretch a little more. Not every hour needs a reason, not every step a destination anymore. City lights after midnight. The road keeps going quietly long after the music fades. City lights after midnight, still awake while the world waits. Quiet streets, open windows, curtains moving with the air. Someone's radio plays softly, like it knows I'm standing there. Streetlights humming broken lines, reflections bending on the ground. Every sound feels carefully placed, nothing here is too profound. The night feels wide and patient, like it's got nowhere to go. When worries slow their pace, learning things they don't need to know. Quiet streets, open windows, late night voices drifting by. Every moment feels unfinished, and I think that's why it's kind. Quiet streets, open windows, nothing asking me to stay, but the night keeps pulling gently, like it wants to be this way. Stairwells echo distant steps, doors close soft without a sound. When a breath against my collar, as I turn another corner down. Neon signs blink out of sync, tired but still holding on, like the city's just pretending that the night isn't almost gone. No rush to name the feeling, no need to make it clear. Some things only make sense when the morning's nowhere near. Quiet streets, open windows, let the night remain unspoken, let it move without a plan. Not everything is meant for daylight, some things only happen when they can. Quiet streets, open windows, lights still on in distant rooms. The city breathes a little slower, waiting for the day to bloom. Reflections on wet asphalt, stretching under passing lights. Every color bends and breaks, learning how to live at night. Traffic fades into a hum, like it's far away on purpose. The city leaves its echo here and lets the silence work it out. Nothing sharp, nothing loud, just the shine of something slow. Every thought begins to settle where the cold air gently goes. Reflections on wet asphalt never look the same twice. Every step rewrites the picture, every shadow pays a price. Reflections on wet asphalt hold the night inside their skin, till the street forgets the darkness and the light comes back again. still glowing half awake. Somewhere music's leaking out, more mistake than choice to make. Footsteps trace a lazy line between the dark and amber glow. Even time feels stretched and thin, like it doesn't need to know. The night doesn't need a reason, it just moves the way it moves. Let the silence do the talking, let the rhythm choose the truth. Reflections on wet asphalt never look the same twice. Every step rewrites the picture, every shadow pays a price. Reflections on wet asphalt hold the night inside their skin, till the street forgets the darkness and the light comes back again. If the ground could keep a secret, it would sound a lot like this. Not a sound, not quite a feeling, just a moment you don't miss. Reflections on wet asphalt fade as slowly as they came, leaving nothing but the memory of a street without a name.
Last train leaving downtown, metal echoing through the night. Platform lights flicker softly, tired but still holding bright. Footsteps pause, then move again, coats pulled tight against the cold. Every face looks half elsewhere, every story half untold. The clock doesn't need to hurry, neither do the tracks below. Somewhere far the rails keep going, places no one needs to know. Last train leaving downtown pulls the silence into sound. Every mile feels lighter now as the city falls around. Last train leaving downtown, windows glowing warm and low, carrying the night away where the winter doesn't show. Seats still warm from earlier, faint reflections in the glass. Neon blurs into a line, marking everything that passed. A melody without a name moves along the rails in time. Not a song you try to follow, just a feeling thin and kind. Let the motion do the thinking, let the night decide the rest. Somewhere between where you are and wherever you'll end up next. If the city had a heartbeat, this is where it would slow down. Not asleep, just resting quietly till the morning comes around. Last train leaving downtown, disappears into the dark, leaving only quiet tracks and a slowly fading spark. Last train leaving downtown disappears into the dark, leaving only quiet tracks and a slowly fading spark. Now I'm breathing slowly under tired signs, colors stretch and settle, losing track of time. Windows catch reflections, faces passing by. Every light feels distant, every sound feels kind. Nothing trying to shine too hard, nothing asking to be seen. The night just moves its shoulders, slipping softly in between. Neon breathing slowly, like the city's learned to rest. Every glow becomes a whisper, nothing more, nothing less. Neon breathing slowly, holding shadows in its frame, till the dark forgets the edges and the light forgets its name. Street lamps hum in low delay, saxophone bends through the air. Notes fall gently on the ground like they know they'll stay right there. Footsteps fade into the block, traffic sighs and drifts away. Even thoughts begin to loosen, letting go of yesterday. The rhythm doesn't push or pull, it just leans against the night, waiting for the silence to decide what feels right. Neon breathing slowly, like the city's learned to rest. Every glow becomes a whisper, nothing more, nothing less. Neon breathing slowly, holding shadows in its frame, till the dark forgets the edges and the light forgets its right.
the glow of empty signs. Streets feel wider than before. Shadows stretch across the pavement, leaning against a closed-up door. Neon letters miss a beat, flicker once then settle down. Every sound feels gently placed. Nothing here needs to be loud. The night keeps its distance, lets the moment breathe. Nothing asking for attention, nothing tugging at your sleeve. Under the glow of empty signs, time moves sideways, not ahead. Every color feels unfinished, every thought half said. Under the glow of empty signs, the city hums in low delay, holding on to quiet moments till they slowly fade away. A saxophone from somewhere far curves the air without a name. Notes don't try to tell a story, they just circle back again. Cold air wraps around the block, soft against the skin. Every step feels optional, no clear place to land or end. Let the sound stay slightly broken, let it drift instead of lead. Some nights aren't built for clarity, they're built for where you are instead. If the signs all went dark tonight, the rhythm still would stay. Some things don't need directions to know the way. Under the glow of empty signs, time moves sideways, not ahead. Every color feels unfinished, every thought half said. Under the glow of empty signs, the city hums in low delay, holding on to quiet moments till they slowly fade away. Under the glow of empty signs, the night forgets its shape, leaving only low-lit streets and the sound that learned to wait. Lamps still on across the street, curtains drawn but light remains. Someone moving in slow circles, tracing quiet through the frame.
The room feels warm from far away, even standing in the cold. Every window holds a moment, never bought, never sold. The night doesn't lean too heavy, it just rests against the wall, waiting for the hours to decide if they should fall. Lamps still on across the street tell a story without sound. Every glow feels softly placed, like it knows it will be found. Lamps still on across the street keep the darkness from the door, not to chase the night away, just to say there's something more. Footsteps pass without a name, cars drift by like distant rain. Every sound feels filtered now, nothing sharp, nothing plain. A piano somewhere nearby leaks a chord into the air, not a song that asks attention, just a feeling hanging there. If the night could slow its breathing, this would be the place to try. Nothing rushing, nothing waiting, just the light against the sky. Lamps still on across the street tell a story without sound. Every glow feels softly placed, like it knows it will be found. Lamps still on across the street keep the darkness from the door, not to chase the night away, just to say there's something more. If the night could slow its breathing, this would be the place to try. Nothing rushing, nothing waiting, just the light against the sky. Lamps still on across the street fade as morning draws its line. Leaving quiet in the windows and the night behind in time. The sound of pages turning late fills the room with gentle noise. Every word feels half asleep, every thought a careful choice. Desk lamp hums in amber light, casting shadows on the wall. Time feels wide and undecided,
like it doesn't mind at all. No need to finish every thought, no reason to conclude. Some moments stay unfinished just because they choose to. The sound of pages turning late moves in time with quiet air. Every line feels temporary, every pause feels fair. The sound of pages turning late keeps the night from closing in, not to wake the morning up, just to let the silence in. A piano settles into chords, soft enough to let them go. Each note lands, then steps aside, letting space decide the flow. Winter taps against the glass, not asking to come through. Every sound just stays where it is, doing only what it's meant to do. Let the rhythm stay forgiving, let it drift instead of let. Not every sound needs purpose, just a place to move. The sound of pages turning late moves in time with quiet air. Every line feels temporary, every pause feels fair. The sound of pages turning late keeps the night from closing in, not to wake the morning up, just to let the silence in. Let the rhythm stay forgiving, let it drift instead of let. Not every sound needs purpose, just a place to breathe. The sound of pages turning late slows the night down one more time, till the lamp forgets its glow, and the dark redraws the line.
Glass reflections at closing time, chairs turned upside down. A quiet bar learns how to listen as the night moves through the sound. Neon hums against the mirror, low and slightly out of tune. Every face has left a trace, even though they're gone too soon. The room remembers everything without needing proof. Some nights don't end abruptly, they just slowly loosen loose. Glass reflections at closing time hold the glow a little longer. shadow knows its place. Nothing weaker, nothing stronger. Glass reflections at closing time. Bend the light before it fades, leaving warmth inside the silence, long after the last note plays. Footsteps echo once, then stop. Keys ring softly in the dark. Every sound feels measured now, like it knows just where to land. A slow chord drifts through empty space, not asking to be heard. The night leans back and listens to the things we never learned. If the lights went out completely, the rhythm still would stay. Some places hold the echo even when the sound's away. Glass reflections at closing time hold the glow a little longer. Every shadow knows its place. Nothing weaker, nothing stronger. Glass reflections at closing time. Bend the light before it fades, leaving warmth inside the silence, long after the last note plays. If the lights went out completely, the rhythm still would stay. Some places hold the echo even when the sound's away. Glass reflections at closing time fade into the quiet room, leaving just a gentle glow, and the night resuming soon.
Conversations after hours drift like smoke across a room. Every voice is almost quiet, every sentence leaves too soon. The bar exhales another night, tables worn by passing time. Every laugh has settled down into something more resigned. Nothing trying to take the lead, nothing rushing to be heard. The night prefers the in-between, the spaces left between the words. Low conversations after hours move in circles, soft and slow. Every sound feels undecided, like it doesn't need to know.
conversations after hours. Hold the night in open hands, not to keep it from the morning, just to let it understand. Glasses clinking, gentle rhythm, barely breaking through the air. The melody slides underneath, like it's always been right there. Winter presses at the door, not asking to come inside. Every moment finds its place somewhere it doesn't need to hide. Let the sound stay slightly faded, let it drift instead of shine. Some nights are meant for clarity, they're meant for wasting time. Low conversations after hours, move in circles, soft and slow. Every sound feels undecided, like it doesn't need to know. Low conversations after hours, hold the night in open hands, not to keep it from the morning, just to let it understand. Let the sound stay slightly faded, let it drift instead of shine. Some nights aren't meant for clarity, they're meant for wasting time. Low conversations after hours, fade before the lights come on, leaving just a quiet rhythm that keeps moving when they're gone. When the city finally pauses between the dark and dawn, every sound feels unfinished, like the night isn't quite gone. Street lights hold their breath a while, windows dim but stay awake. Every corner feels familiar in the quiet it creates. Nothing left to organize, nothing left to prove. The night settles into itself, learning how to move. When the city finally pauses, time loosens its hold. Every second feels unguarded, every story told. When the city finally pauses, before the morning starts, the night leaves quietly behind its uncollected parts. Tracks still warm from passing trains, roads still dark with rain. every motion slows its edge, nothing left to gain. The final chord drifts through the air, not asking to remain, just enough to mark the moment before the day begins again. When the city finally pauses, time loosens its hold, every second feels unguarded, every story told. When the city finally pauses, before the morning starts, the night leaves quietly behind its uncollected parts. Let the ending stay imperfect, let it fade instead of close. Some nights don't need conclusions, they just quietly let go. When the city finally pauses, the night steps aside, leaving space for something lighter to arrive. When the city finally pauses. Still awake, not thinking, watching shadows breathe. The room feels lightly occupied by things I didn't need. A clock ticks without insistence. The night refuses shape. Every sound stays where it lands, nothing asking me to wait. Thoughts arrive then let go like they know they shouldn't stay. Some nights work better when you let them slip away. Still awake, not thinking, letting moments pass. Every sound feels temporary, every breath at last. Still awake, not thinking, nothing pulling me ahead, just the night continuing, everything unsaid. A piano rests between two notes. The space feels wide and fair. Winter presses lightly on the glass, but doesn't enter there. Every minute feels optional, every second thin, like the night is just deciding where to quietly begin. Still awake, not thinking, letting moments pass. Every sound feels temporary, every breath at last. If the night could close its eyes, this is how it would feel. Not asleep, not moving, just quietly real. Still awake, not thinking, as the dark redraws its line, letting go of every